Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom Worth Jr. Been a couple of weeks or more getting lost in the endless news cycle that never really changes. Is not inspiring, but we have had some actual news today and last night, yesterday. We don't need to pay attention to all the negotiations in Ukraine or the tariffs or whatever. Nothing really ever changes there. Trump says he's having a peace agreement. He isn't. Putin says he's having a peace agreement. He isn't. Zelensky knows there will be no peace agreement, but he has to play along and act like he thinks there will be one. It's endless. I don't bother with it anymore. And neither should you. We did that on that front. I mean, it is what it is. It's not going to change. I don't think, as long as Trump is in office, most likely, Putin will never stop trying to take over Ukraine, and Zelensky will never stop defending with Europe's assistance, and Trump will never stop claiming he's on the verge of a peace agreement. But what we do have is some tariff announcements, and we have some Elon Musk developments. And we all knew that he would not last long. We didn't know how long. I don't think most of us saw the mass destruction to the company known as Tesla that would be wrought with Musk running rampant. I never saw that coming. I knew his company would suffer. This has been shocking. The capital destruction in the Tesla stock and the sales around the world, here in the U.S. It is a stunning reversal in the fortunes of Tesla. It is directly because of Elon Musk's political actions. Elon Musk made one last gasp. There had been rumblings recently that Musk would be on his way out of Doge, which he doesn't officially lead. Don't know if any of you were aware of that. He's not in charge of it, but he would be officially on his way out. It's unofficial, right? These rumblings with Trump and his cabinet. But I think it was one last stand with Musk in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election that was this week. And he put over $20 million into this election. Musk did, of his own money, just to buy a Supreme Court justice seat in the state of Wisconsin, and failed miserably. So the one thing he had to offer Trump all along was money. That's all he would bring, was money. We're in the Twitter megaphone, the X megaphone, but the money. That's what Trump so desperately needed to get back to the White House. And that's what Musk brought. And now it's plain for all to see that Musk's political liability is more than his money. And it was just directly laid bare in Wisconsin. So that's the good spin, the positive spin on why Musk would be leaving Doge to, quote, get back to running Tesla. The damage is done. That company is never ever going to be again what it was before Musk's shenanigans over the last few years. Whether he's focusing full time on it or not, and let's be honest, he's never going to focus on it full time. He's still got SpaceX. He's just tweeting all day. He's still going to be behind the scenes with the Doge stuff, just won't be in public as much, hopefully, but he's still going to be doing it. The less positive spin on that, before the Wisconsin stunning Supreme Court defeat for the Republicans, in my mind, the rumblings of Musk leaving Doge, the first thing that came to my mind was there's no reason for him to stop at Doge. Nobody's making him. Trump's not making him. The Republican Congress isn't making him. He can do it as long as he wants. He can get as much information as he wants. Under the guise of tearing it all down, he's just sucking information out of the system, out of the IRS, out of Social Security, out of every governmental institution, he has his data people in there sucking up all of our private information. And if you for 1 second think that that's not going to be used to influence the midterms, you are crazy. That, in my mind, is a primary, maybe the primary objective to all of this Doge smokescreen behind we're tearing down government, we're saving money. Everybody knew he wasn't going to be really saving a lot of money. But what he is doing is getting all of our information. Anything that you hold near and dear and trusted to the government is now Elon Musk's and the GOP's to do with it what they will. They will mine that data. They will exploit that data. They will use it to manipulate upcoming elections. They don't have it ready to go yet for this Wisconsin Supreme Court thing, but they will be making great use of it by the midterms, certainly. So my first fear was, well, he's got enough, so he can step down now, and he's already got everything that he wants, and that was kind of sickening to me when I was thinking in that way. But now I'm more hopeful that it is just he had already worn out his welcome throughout the administration, through the cabinet, through Congress, through the Trump's chief of staff. Nobody likes this guy. Nobody likes him anywhere in the world. They only like his money. And now that his money can't achieve what it needed to achieve directly by trying to buy votes, he kind of is worthless. So they'll kick him to the curb. They will try to keep getting his money, and they will use his data once he has it ready to go. So that's the deal with that. With Trump's tariffs, so those went into effect. For once in his life, he waited till after trading hours to announce these tariff things. The reaction to the after-hour stock market was swift. It was overwhelmingly negative. Let's just look at, to Tesla, to Apple, to Nvidia, to everything. Let's just look at Apple. Apple alone was down 7% after hours today. So think about that. You have at the close today, it was already down some. It's already been down it's been down roughly 10% from its end of year highs already. So where it closed today was down roughly 10% from end of year. From where it closed today to where it has dropped to as of right now, based on Trump's tariff announcements, is a 7% drop for Apple stock. And its market cap today was $3.36 trillion. So 7% of that has been shaved off. Trump's tariff announcements have knocked off instantaneously $235 billion of value for the Apple Corporation. That's just Apple. Tesla was down 6%. All of these companies. You're going to have trillions of dollars of losses in stocks when the market opens tomorrow, most likely. So if you have some sort of 401k or retirement account, and if you are still in stocks, you might not check your holdings tomorrow morning. It is going to be a bloodbath. The amount of tariffs that he has slapped on these countries, some sort of reciprocal calculation that his people came up with, is pretty shocking. Countries everywhere, China, Vietnam, all over the place, Germany, Japan, they're really hard to hit. Good luck buying a car. Trump claims that Apple is going to put $500 billion investing into facilities to make things in America. That is not happening. Tim Cook is not saying that's happening. This is more made up numbers by Trump. It's not happening. Tim Cook can throw all the money in the world at this if he wanted to. The expertise does not exist in the United States to build the iPhones here as they do in China. The infrastructure is not there. The knowledge base is not there for these manufacturing processes and technologies. it can't happen. That is a multi-year process. Yeah, it might take $500 billion or more, um, and a lot of years to be able to build your iPhones in the United States. It took years and years and years and years for them to be able to build a subset of iPhones in India. China is not; those are state secrets, and well, through the corporations like Foxconn that Apple contracts with, the government of China is not letting that technology get to the United States. They know that was the mistake of the United States, was sharing all of our technology for manufacturing with China, and now China has surpassed us, certainly in electronics. So that's not happening. These industries are not coming to the United States. Everybody knows that once Trump's out of office again, the world will go back to a global economy. And so companies are not so short sighted as to put $500 billion into U.S. manufacturing, just for everything to go back to normal in 3.5 years. So that's not happening. I hate that we all have to suffer through this. We have to suffer through higher prices. We have to suffer through turmoil. But I just wanted to get on today since there was some actual news with Wisconsin, with the tariffs, with Musk hopefully being on his way out, although he already has our personal data. Those are the thoughts on things today. Keep an eye on the market tomorrow, and I don't see any point in wasting any time paying attention to Ukraine blowharding. Continue to hope and pray that Ukraine can continue its defense with Europe's help, and keep Putin at bay, because Putin is losing there, and it's just a matter of time before he crumbles. But there will be no peace agreement that I can see, at least not in the foreseeable future. So that's it for today. Everyone stay safe, and we will talk later.